This is like Joe, and just honestly like everyone else out here who has a brain, they're gonna go breaking bump style. But guys like Deegan, he caught air. But seeing it here like this, get out of here. Coming over, little wash on the front end. What caused that was Deegan. Look back and saw that number one behind him. It's like, okay, I need to ride a little different. Then boom. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trackside. It's your boy Cinema J here, and today, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to my number one sponsor, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I encourage everyone to get to know the true and living God. Everyone's welcome here, the believer and the unbeliever, especially the unbeliever, man. Today, we're going to talk about why Deegan fans are confused, and we're also going to talk about how J-Mart just made Moto great again for a weekend. So stick around. Make sure to watch the full episode. Listen, and yes, you know, I got the Panic. This is one of the sponsors here, Panic Rev. You know what I'm saying? They're Motocross Ministries, so check them out. They're linked down below. They got some cool merch. I'm not gonna lie. This is like one of my favorite sponsors because I like the merch. I like the shirts. Like every shirt they have, it fits the best. This is one that Chris sent me. This is not a Panic Rev shirt, but the shirts fit immaculately. Probably the wrong word I'm using there, but it just make me feel like I'm that dude when I'm wearing the Panic Rev shirts. Okay, and this hat serves two purposes, actually. You know, anytime I got a hat on, you can already assume the hair is not where it needs to be. So, you know, looking out for Panic Rev, also looking out for myself.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Channel members, not subscribers. Look, comment on this video. Comment ergos. Either the X15s if you want the minus 15 decibels, which is high fidelity. So if you're going like concerts, music, if you still want to hear but want some protection, that's what that's good for. Or if you want the X27s, which I would say if you're doing anything super loud, shooting, riding a Yamaha, you're gonna want the X27s. Cancel out more noise, obviously, 27 decibels. So just comment that down below and I'll pick one of you guys. We'll send over a pair of ergos, and I'm still gonna work on the social media edit. I'm just behind, but I'm gonna get that up soon, and I'll do a giveaway for everyone following me and Ergos on Instagram. And you also, of course, will have to tag 2 friends. With that being said, listen, bear with me. All right, this summer. I ain't even feel no episodes last year. All right, this is why we had to stop the whole shots thing for some of you who were there last year. But clients, you know, I got clients. I'm a videographer, okay? I'm a bit behind the 8 ball. Now I'm behind, okay? But so I'm gonna give y'all this episode here. This is a little different, man. Not as much editing, but same energy. Lots of data, because we're gonna look at stuff. We're gonna break stuff down. All right, subscribe if you haven't already. Just consider it. You know, do whatever your heart's compelled to with all the things down there. A super thanks will get you highlighted on this channel, so I greatly appreciate that. And then just like the video, it just helps the whole channel out, helps out just get our community out there so that we can continue to grow. With all that being said, let's get right into it. All right, Moto 1. I don't think anyone's surprised. Deegan, I'm just not looking at this. Had the fastest lap time. Oh, no. Well, we know Seth Hammaker. I lied. Whoa. Seth Haymaker had a 156.1. Now he was rolling. All right, we're gonna take a look at what happened to him, but this is just a brief overview looking at the positions, the placings, what happened to these guys. Nate Thrasher just lost in the sauce this year, but I can't even say he's building. All right, I'd be lying if I said that. But hey, he is recovering. Michael Mosman rode great. J-Mart, of course, is going to turn to 156. This is his home track. Doesn't matter what shape he's in. These Martin boys, I say that because A-Mart too, they're going to do good at Millville. But Haiden Deegan did what he had to do. Very impressive ride because of the fact that he had to come through the pack, got past, then passed back. So racecraft, that's the only answer I got for you. Moto 2, we're going to keep this light, going to keep it tight today because I ain't got time. I got to get this out for y'all. All right, J-Mart, he won because he was consistent. Clearly, look at this 2-minute lap time. All right, these boys out there hotter than last time. The track was more beat up than last time, so lap times were slower, but consistency won this race. And a crazy start. All right, where we got some battery guys back here, I know it. Yeah, Tom Vial and Haymaker, man. I mean, Haymaker, just unfortunate events, but Tom Vial, man, bruh, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got to do better. That's all I have. These other guys are out here able to perform. You know, I expect Tom Vial, a 2-time MXGP champ, to perform. So I wonder if it's pressure. I don't know what it is. And then of course, overall results. We'll look at that. Overall results. Haiden Deegan, J-Mart, Joe Shimoda. I mean, this is like the best story all year, right? For a 250 class, best story all year. Another cool story was Cole Davies winning multiple races as a rookie in Supercross. Impressive, not something we see often. But this is notable for me because we don't see this often, all right? The Martin family has been involved with the sport for so many years, over a decade. And then we get, you know, we have their track here that they so graciously let us use. My guy's home, they show right there beside the track across from the trees. Like literally, we say home race. This is the definition of a home race. It don't get more home than this. All right, so what do you guys think about the results? Just go ahead and drop that down in the comments. We're gonna move on to our next section. Also, before we do, Michael Harrop. I'm sorry. Whoa, totally all American just came out right there. I'm sorry, like my eyes saw something and I just Mikhail Harrop on the live stream. I was saying his name and I was like, how do you say his name? Harrop. I've been saying Harrop. We got Denmark viewers here. They not correcting me. Look, if you love me, correct me. All right, that's you know, as a follower of Jesus, that's where I'm at. You know, if you're doing wrong, you know, they say the truth hurts. Well, this is kind of what they mean. All right, I need y'all to tell me the truth. My son, my 5-year-old Jace, he was back here. It's like Harrop. I was like, ugh, that doesn't sound right. But someone in the comments from Denmark was like, your son is saying it right. I'm like, let's go. My boy is intelligent. Let's go. So that was cool. Anyways, gonna move on. But he had a great ride, looking good. It was a moment where we had a Triumph train out there. All right, Triumph was running a train on them boys. All right, I gotta keep it not even PG. We gotta keep it G up in here, okay? All right, so let me chill out with that. We're gonna look at some footage because probably most of y'all came here for that. Let's look at some footage, but check out the sponsor of this video first. Whoa, I discovered my hearing was impaired when I got married.
Jay!
Huh? We've discovered a solution. Eargos. So the X15s are the flagship earplugs for Eargos. They're designed with a clear focus on high fidelity sound and hearing protection. With the X15s, you still hear everything. Listen, that's what I'm saying is you can still bump your music in your car. There's nothing wrong with playing your music loud. I mean, I guess it is against the law, but you can do it with your windows up, bump it loud and safely with Eargos. Whether you're immersed in music, motorsports, or any loud environment, the X15s preserve the full experience without distortion or muffling. Eargos were made by concert industry pros, so if you guys want to check them out, I have a discount code. Head over to the website and go ahead and pick up a pair that suits you and your lifestyle. Look at that. Who is that?
Why always that?
Then we had somebody from Japan down there. Who is that? J-Mart. J-Mart got that whole shot. Let's go. It's J-Mart, man. Deegan was here, but it's like, I was like, is it because he weighs 101 pounds? And yeah, Haymaker. So that's what we're saying. Haymaker got an amazing start, okay? It was impressive. And look, the urgency was there. Haymaker was riding. I'm not gonna lie, he was throwing down some heater laps. So one thing they said while we were watching this was, he's like, you know, I got some tricky lines. He's got good lines. Like, if anybody could note anything, was just the lines that J-Mart was taking. So going to the race with a game plan. That was the game plan for this race. All right, Deegan around J-Mart here on the outside was looking good. I was like, okay, the rumors, you know, no, it wasn't even rumors. Deegan was hurt, you know, he's in pain, but I mean, he's an animal. All right, he gets dangerous out there. Look at Joe right here, that rut right there. That rut, crazy, because that's gonna play a role when we watched the 450s, I should say it. But Deegan and Jet did something in that rut that just absolutely confirmed everything for me about who wants it more. Yeah, it was actually before this moment. I was like, hold on. Something's not right with Deegan. Nobody's past Deegan. Oh man, Deegan. I don't agree with that move right there. That was not a good move what Deegan just did right there. That's not a good look right now, guys. I'm gonna show it in my live stream. But after Deegan made this move, and I was like, what is he doing? Like, his lines were jacked. He's fast, he got all that, but Shimoda had better lines. Shimoda was the better rider out here, guys. Listen, I'm just being honest. When it comes to racecraft, riding his own race, not having to rely on anyone else's lines, having the speed, having the endurance, Joe Shimoda was the better guy out here. A lot of people were very confused. I would say read something and actually try to understand what people are saying. Like my title said, Joe Shimoda could pack up Haiden Deegan. First off, I'm having fun with this. Do you know what the word could means? It means it's a possibility. It's not saying, it's not an objective. Oh, here it is. This is what I was talking about right here. We're gonna dial it back a little bit though. Oh, look at that. That is crazy. If you know that hill, like he's in the air flying and just like, all right, I gotta stop. It's like as soon as you hit the ground, it's like, I gotta stop. Look at this. Or so you could take the breaking bumps route. This is like Joe, and just honestly like everyone else out here who has a brain, they're gonna go breaking bump style. But guys like Deegan did this, like you gonna catch speed, all right? They're called breaking bumps. He caught air. This is where air, you're getting speed. The full weight of his body and this Yamaha is just in there. Now watch this. Here's that rut. Is he even gonna hit? Look at that, man. My heart will be, I don't know. My heart probably split in half. Half of it coming out my mouth, half of it coming out the butthole, man. That's crazy. This is nuts. Oh man, look at that. This is crazy. I like watching it live. This was my reaction. But seeing it here like this, get out of here. Get out of here. Do you see this? Look at this. Hurt. Okay. J-Mart said he got out of the box. He said what I've been saying. It don't matter when you out there. It don't matter if Deegan is in first or last. You're in the danger zone. This is crazy. Look at this. He missed the rut. Okay, he just hit the berm. The berm was like, whoa, bruh. Look at the camera dude. He like, oh, he hitting a Mayweather on him. Okay, let me move this. I don't even know if y'all can see that right there. Look at my guy. Hold on, did he react to this? He had to have reacted to this. That's crazy skill. At that speed, then he was gonna cut in like that. He was gonna cut in. But you know, the bike stood him up. But I mean, just commitment and just this, man, it's gonna be hard to beat that. Put that on a 450, man. That's crazy. I'll be honest, I don't even want to watch nothing else in this first race. It's over after this. This is over. That was like the highlight of the Moto 1. Because after this, look, my boy's composed. Like he ain't just do that. Hold on, let me look at this berm back here. That was his line right there, I guarantee you, right there. That was all him. Had to have been. Hold on, where he exit from? Yeah, that was it. Look at the roost trail. That's crazy. You can't tell me that's not crazy, man. Whoa, it's over for these dudes, man. Hey yo, boy, looking over. See Deegan. Deegan's looking like that's where I would have went. You know what I'm saying? But Joe don't got the racecraft Deegan does. When Deegan races Jet though, yeah, Jet, he's like, okay, he's got that. I'm a slingshot catapult right to the inside. That's the battles that we are talking about, that we are going to see. Because Deegan knows if I'm Joe, I'm coming up on the inside, and that's what Jet would have done. Guys, that was amazing. All right, we're gonna jump over to to part two. What am I talking about? Moto 2. I'm hyped. I'm thinking about what else I got to show y'all in this episode, but that was crazy. Highlight right there. What else we gonna break down? Nah, I recorded the whole race. We're gonna do 450s next video, so y'all stay tuned for that. All right, next race. This whole shot. We going frame by frame, baby. All right, look at this whole shot. I love this. Also, over here, jumped the gate and got, I mean, man, good position, good timing. Got that KTM out of there. So as far as noses, he's out. But this is the tail right here. Now Deegan, okay, he's looking. Oh, let me put I put my finger there like y'all can see it. I'm crazy. All right, Deegan's a little sideways. Okay, he's getting a little help from, that's probably Volan right there. But J-Mart, look at J-Mart. He just been straight as an arrow. Now Kitchen is on the back of this thing. All right, he is. Look at him. He's about covering the fender. Look at him compared to these two. I mean, he's got to. He's tall. He's like me. But that's still not enough. All right. Look, now there it is. That's like, what's this, third gear, fourth gear? Y'all tell me. What is this? Because it's pulling right now. I don't know if he clicked it before Deegan, but he is clicked into that gear and he's disappearing. Now, the Honda, as we know, this is a better spot. This is a better position, kind of, sort of, because he's going to suffer towards the end here. J-Mart better because he can just carry that speed around. But that's what we're going to see. That's how this is going to unfold. Look at these two guys. Now, technically, Joe is in front of him. I didn't even realize that. There it is. See, he got to slow down. He's got to slow down because of the apex of the turn. J-Mart full send, baby. This is what it's like. Hometown now. What's that? Look at that Triumph right there. Another Triumph right there, ain't it? Triumph right there. Yeah, them bikes got some power. That's what I've been hearing. Look at that. Look at that. And then just come in. Just come in. Yeah. This one was crazier than the first one. Joe should have came out a little wider, man, on his gate. But, I mean, hey, whatever he did, it worked because he did have a good position and he ended up second. But, wow, guys. The starts from J-Mart. I mean, this is what you want, right? If you're a coach, if you're a trainer, anything like that, your team, you want this right there. Now, right here, I think I was going crazy on the broadcast because I thought Joe had him. But then we saw a dog. Look at this man. Look at it. He's gonna scrap, man. Okay, I'm giving that same. I did all this on a live stream. Let me calm down. Look at the track. That's family over here. All right, all the track crew, they family. Man, this is good, man. Look at my boy. Like he's got a counter. J-Mart has a counter for everything. If you go inside, I know I can go inside here, but then I know I need to set it up like this next on the outside. Like that's the type of guy you're riding. He knows every move he's gonna make. So then Deegan, oh, he missed the rut. I had missed this because like we were so distracted by this going on that I had totally missed this. Look at this. You got 3 ruts here, and I believe he was trying to get in this one. That makes more sense. You know, cutting the track, saving time. Misses it, almost goes down, but man, he gets into this one. This rut was a lifesaver. Gets into this one, but not prepared for it. Foot off the peg, and he's going for a ride. What a save, though. That was good. And then it's slick over here. Just compose, get that back in out a little bit. He's on the tank. He's on the tank. Don't want to get fined. You know. Now he gonna gas it. You know, it's a dirt bike. You know, you gotta gas it. You know, they say no acceleration, but I mean, you gotta gas it. All right. Plus, they didn't penalize him for that. And Moto 1, I should have shown Joe jumped, but I did look at the replay when we showed it. In the replay, he jumped before the lights. The lights started at where Joe landed. All right. No. Oh, Joe jumped it. Is he gonna get in trouble for that? So I think that's why they didn't penalize him. But Deegan, that roost trail kind of long, buddy. But I'm glad they didn't penalize him for that, because Harp was right there, and he could make a claim like, hey, he accelerated back on the track. But I'm glad they let that go. This is a cool race, exciting. And now we're gonna show you guys what I meant by Deegan fans are confused, bro. What's going on?
I wasn't even capping. I just got so mad at this game right now. I was retired I retired 10 minutes ago. Racing officially chose Call of Duty as my next career path. I feel like just more money in it.
Crazy.
Moving to Fortnite now. Dude, Call of Duty's... I figured I'd come on here. Chrome.
I have an answer for this, by the way.
Chrome.
I have an answer.
Seeing that high rise, lose my number. Lose my number because I ain't answering none. I was on top of the world. And one thing matters to me only now. Call of Duty.
Okay.
I was on the fort, and you know I keep that on the side, guys. I figured I'd just come back. I know like 4 of my girlfriends just seized up there right now, but I'm not back with my ex. I am level 15 on Call of Duty, so girls stay away. All right, guys. Good morning, guys.
What?
Good morning. I just woke up.
This video does show him rehabbing his...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that... Like, okay. This I can understand. Oh, that's nasty! We're gonna zoom in on that bad boy. Gosh! That's what... Oh my goodness, I'm trying to imagine riding, feeling that. My leg ain't never looked like that. Man, that's crazy. Ew. Okay, that's enough of that. And then that's what he had to ride through. Okay, also what's going on? Oh, I had to answer what's going on. How old is Haiden Deegan? He's 19. He was born in 06. That's a 19-year-old? That's crazy. I was born in 91. The years are just coming up. 06? Where I started high school. That's crazy, but that's the answer. That's the answer to what's going on with Deegan and why everyone's confused. If you're confused at what's going on with him on TikTok, take a hard look at yourself when you were 19. Go deep in that memory bank. For me, I got videos when I was 19. And I mean, it's just like Deegan, but without that kind of money. All right. So if I was about there and had nowhere near the amount of money he has, then with the money he has, oh man, there's no telling what I would be deleting from the internet if I was 19, when I was 19, if I had that kind of money, is all I'm saying. That's the answer. There you go. Next, I said I was going to show Joe the camaraderie. This was cool because he mentioned Geico. Congrats to Jeremy Martin, one of the nicest guy. All right, he's from Japan. All right, he didn't add the S because probably that's really how he really say it. One of the nicest guy. When I first raced with Geico Honda team, it was cool to see him win in Millville. What's so crazy to me is he doesn't speak the best English. Like, he can speak English perfectly fine, but like, you know, stuff like this, the grammar, but like they be getting them to talk Japanese, speak Japanese, or try to get them to like, remember they awkwardly try to pull into like, hey, speak your language type of thing, and he was like awkwardly up there like, I don't know, or I don't want to. I was like, oh my goodness, this is cringy. First off, can he even understand that? All right. But I'm pretty sure he can, but I don't know what the deal was with that, but that was so awkwardly funny to me. But anyways, I'm on a tangent. Had another good starts and tried to put up a fight, but need to pick up faster and do better. That's what he said on the box. He says it again. Moto 2, I've lost my rear brake early in the moto. Those downhills are sketchy without one. My man, Joe Shimoda, samurai warrior, heart and mentality right there to do what you did with no back brake. That was crazy to me. I question myself. I love this sport. I used to say I want to be a pro, but I don't know if I want to be a pro when I see guys doing stuff like that. All right. But anyways, that's it, man. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. 450 video. I'm about to go ahead and make that right now and get that out as soon as possible. See ya.